Shiba just got a real-world utility partnership, and we need to discuss that in today's video. Hey guys, Foxy's Trading here, back with another crypto video for you guys, and we are back talking about Shiba. It's a little bit long overdue, but we are talking about it once again. So we're going to talk about the news, we're going to look at market structure, where I think price is headed, how it is currently looking, and then we'll call it a day for the video. So Shiba now powers Unity Node's real-world utility unlocked, okay? So their partnership is with Unity. Now, Unity is tapping into the telecommunications sector that is around a $2 trillion sector. So I want you guys to think of Unity as Uber, but for testing phone networks, okay? Stay with me. So you download the Unity app, you make phone calls. Unity then checks if the network is working properly. All the tests get recorded onto the blockchain, and then you earn crypto for helping the tests, okay? And this is very important because a lot of people don't realize how much money is in telecommunications, okay? These companies are spending billions of dollars every single year to make sure their network works properly. Why? Because they make so much more money, and nobody wants to be with a network that doesn't have good service, right? So this is why they are testing all of these things, but now Unity is tapping into it, into the crypto space, right? So it's combining two in one. So what does this mean for all of the Shiba holders? Well, you can pay for these nodes with Shiba, okay? You get Shiba branded NFTs. There's extra earning power, so the 5% bonus right here, right, when paying in Shiba. Normally you get, I think it is 200 licenses per Unity node. So if you get Shiba now, you'll get that 5% bonus. You can obviously earn rewards in Shiba. There's referral codes to get more Shiba. So just a lot of rewards you can get as a Shiba holder, as somebody that believes in the project. Now, obviously, if you believe in the project and this is something you want to do, it's a win-win situation for you because you're getting paid in something you believe in and something you think is going to grow for the future. And now is a good time to get paid in Shiba because of how low price is and the possible return. So let's look at market structure in just 1 second. We are down red across the board, right? Down in price, down in market cap, down in volume. Now, the bullish community sentiment is still very strong. You guys are still 87% bullish. You guys believe that Shiba will still grow. On all the big exchanges, we know that Shiba meme coined giant in the game, okay? Now, looking at market structure. This is the weekly time frame. So I'm going to expand a little, go to the further time frames so we can really understand where price can go into the future, okay? So what has happened so far? Well, if you guys can see, where is my little tool? We had a strong low. Where? Right over here. Why? Because it swept previous liquidity and it has not been swept in the future, right? Until now. Price now has finally swept liquidity. Let me mark that out for you guys, right over there. So liquidity has been swept, and you can see when liquidity was swept right over here, just look how quickly we bounced right back. And this happens everywhere in the market, not just crypto, futures, assets, anything you look at. So many times major liquidity will be swept and boom, we go to the upside. Why? Because there's probably a lot of buyers here, right? A lot of buy limits. Where there's liquidity, there is money. I will repeat that so often you're going to get tired of it, okay? So we swept liquidity, we went up. Great. What happened? We were not able to form a higher high from this zone, so now we are continuing to the downside. Okay, so we're continuing down. Now the question everybody wants to know is, where could we go to? Where is another major zone? And for that, I'm going to go into the monthly. Okay. And I see the zone almost right away. And for me, that zone is right over here. Okay. this imbalance in price. This is a monthly fair value gap. This is an imbalance in price. Now, let me tell you guys why this is a strong zone. So we make the zone, right? Price tests it 1, 2, 3 times, but it doesn't want to go up. We even had this insane massive wick and it said, I don't want to close above it. I'm not ready yet. Okay, cool. So we have retested it. We know it's a strong zone. Then we are finally able to close above. Then what happens, right? An inversion of a fair value gap makes it now a strong support zone. And you can see literally the next week, price tests that area and it says, yep, I am going to support it, and boom, skyrockets to the upside, right? So if you were in that moment and you predicted this move, you would have got 400%, around 400% gain, right? That is very, very good if you ask me. So now we are back into that zone. And I am not expecting us to close below it, right? I do not want that, because that will mean the possibility of a further downside. Now, we have the first step to something very nice, right? Which is that sweep of liquidity. Okay, great. We swept liquidity. We are in the zone. What other things can we use as an indication that we could be seeing possible reversals? The RSI. RSI, we are heavily oversold, and we have been oversold for a long time, and price will not forever be oversold, right? It will eventually get to the upside before it comes to the down, middle, but it will get to that top. So we can be expecting for price to eventually make a move to the upside, right? There is another confirmation that you have. Fantastic. We're always looking for confirmations. Excuse me. Now, what do we need to see on a shorter time frame to confirm what we are seeing in the larger time frame, right? And that is simply higher highs being formed. So you can see on the daily, right? We have formed a lower high there, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Lower high. And now we get another lower low. Now, a lot of these are close. They can almost be equal highs, equal lows. I understand that, but we are still trending to the downside, right? I think that is pretty clear to see. We are in that trend to the downside, okay? So what do we need to see next on price? Ideally, we take out this high and also this high, right? They're almost equal highs, but these are the two highs that I'm looking to take out and make a higher high from. So firstly, let's close above the fair value gap. Then let's form higher highs. And then once that happens, I think these highs and these highs will be taken very quickly. And then we can start possibly seeing an upside move, right? So price can look something like this. We stay around here for a while, right? Maybe another couple of days. Then we slowly make our way up, close above, and boom, we go to the upside. Now, where will be the resistance zone? Maybe some of you guys can see it already. It is in this area. If you guessed it correctly, this zone right over here, right? This fair value gap. We can see price has tested it. Price has almost tested it here. Do not be surprised when price gets here. It might slam down a little bit, or it might consolidate because it's not ready yet to go further down. Okay, so this is going to be our first area, our real strong area, where we're going to have to see a break above. Now, the good thing is, once this area gets broken above, then we can really start aiming for further highs, right? This high, this high, this is the very strong high because it swept out all of these highs, right? So that will be our target. So is it possible we get here by the end of the year? It's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. Unless we start seeing some very nice green days, green weeks, it might be tough. 2026? Yes, I think so. So for now, we have to just adapt and see what price gives us on the lower time frame. But like I say, this is a great buying opportunity, right? We are so low. How much more lower do you want to go before you get a perfect price, right? You want to come all the way down here? Probably not, right? Because then it's going to take even longer to get back. We're going to have to face all these struggles again. So it's going to take a while. I think now is a good buying opportunity. And yes, Shiba is an older meme coin. Yes, I understand it. I don't think the gains will be a 50x. I get it, right? But if we're hoping for a 5x possible return to that high from the lows, right? 442%. That is very good. Or here, 300%. So that's not something you can be complaining about. Now, there are obviously other meme coins I like a little bit more than Shiba, but that does not mean Shiba is a bad play, because we know that it is here and it is steady and that it is a big player in the game. So you can have a little bit of confidence that's not just going to disappear out of nowhere like a random one like Giga, right? You don't know what's going to happen with Giga, but with Shiba, you know it's going to be around. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot. Make sure you guys do your own research because I'm not a financial advisor, and I'll see everybody in the next video.